Yo, what's going on? All my blooms out there, what's good? All my blooms out there, what's going on? Welcome to Haas Dance University, baby. And my name is Melvin A.C. Howell, professional choreographer, creative director, and I love educating people on dance and making dance education so accessible. Even if you're not a dancer, even if you don't feel like dancing and you just enjoy watching dancing, or you enjoy your favorite artists who have choreography in their music just like BINI does, and you want to learn more about it or appreciate it more, that's why I'm here. You feel me? And so that being said, we already watched and analyzed the BINI Zero Pressure performance video, which was beautiful. It was phenomenal. Everybody's got new looks. The wardrobe was nice. The visuals were nice. The message of the song is powerful. So now they dropped this dance practice 2 weeks ago, and I saw it, but I've been editing so much that I just wasn't able to get to it. But I was like, you know what? Today is the day, and we posting it this week. So let's jump straight in. BINI Zero Pressure. I'm going to be hyper focusing on the choreography more so than the lyrics now, unless something pops out that connects with the choreography more in depth. And let's see how much we can break this down. I'm going to try to break this down as much as I can, give as much gems as I can. Let's do it.
Heaven knows the force of nature are coming like a hurricane. I'll take it down.
Ooh. All right, so I know I wasn't going to mention the lyrics, but the timing for Hurricane, whenever, who is this here?
Heaven knows the force of nature are coming like a hurricane.
Oh my gosh, which one is that? I actually don't know. It's hard to tell from this distance without seeing their faces up close like it was in the performance video. But Hurricane, when her hand came up, that just made sense lyrically.
I'll take it down without a chaser. So everybody knows my name. It ain't about the fame. I wanna be remembered for the way the world gon' change. Take it down without a chaser. So everybody knows my name. It ain't about the fame. I wanna be remembered for.
Watch how, so they're using great levels. Their pliés are very nice. Their knee bounce is very nice. Angles, visuals, very nice. One thing I want you to watch is whenever they start walking up, they take steps at the exact same time on the exact same foot with the exact same bounce and the exact same energy. Like, first of all, that takes so much intentionality that it's not always easy for everyone to achieve. But when it's done right and it's done like this, it really adds more power to the message of the song, and it adds more power to the movement. It's like you're commanding attention, you're taking up more space, and this was done so nicely. Let me run this back. Plus these textures at the beginning, great timing and patience. Hold up real quick. So I just want to let this be known. One thing that makes the difference between a professional dancer, one that has like maturity and just experience and wisdom in dance and performance and stage presence, is patience and timing. Patience and timing are not always the easiest thing, because once you get into the music, sometimes the music and the energy and the adrenaline and the butterflies can take over you, and then it starts to become too much. It can end up becoming too much to where you rush things and you get a little in front of the music, or you get a little behind, because then you're constantly trying to calibrate, you know, what's happening and try to get your energy back aligned. But one thing that BINI does very well and has been doing very well, but they're doing even better now with their maturity levels, is their patience and their timing is really nice. Like I said, they've always been really good at this. It's one thing that I've mentioned before, is they have great timing and great patience. But watching their journey as it's getting better, so far Zero Pressure is my favorite dance practice and probably one of my favorite songs, if not my favorite song by them thus far. They're really killing it. But yeah, one thing that makes the difference between a professional or like a matured and experienced and wise dancer or performer and one that's not quite there is that timing and patience, because it takes a lot to be able to control your energy so that way it's in harmony, right? Versus it being like constant calibration and you never really truly being aligned. So great work, BINI.
Coming like a hurricane, I'll take it down without a chaser. So everybody knows my name.
All right, watch this walk. Walk, walk, boom, boom, ba, da, boom. Yes. Ta, ta, do, do, do. Ta, ta. Eat it, eat it. They have great musicality.
Oh my gosh, this is so good.
Like how they are able to hear the music and understand when, where, why, and how the movement is supposed to happen is so important. And that doesn't just come from muscle memory. You have to really understand what you're hearing and connect that to what you're doing so that way they can become intertwined. So it's not you having to think so hard about it. This is so killer. So killer. Okay, here's one thing also. If you are a beginner dancer or new to dance, or you just want to improve, especially with your footwork. So you notice here in this part that I'm about to play that they have some fast footwork movements, but if you're not really paying attention to where their weight distribution is and where the weight is on their feet, it can still feel like, if you're learning this choreography, for example, it can still feel like you're a little behind, or that you feel a little heavy, or that something feels off. This is what it is. So watch their feet. All right, now I'm gonna zoom in for you so you can watch it a little bit closer. So you'll notice here, there are moments where the foot that's planted is flat, and not completely flat where it's just like, this is where I am, but it's flat in a sense of like their weight's there, but they're able to still shift and pivot whenever they need to on a dime. But in terms of the fast footwork movements and some of those pivots, watch, their weight is either on the front portion of their foot, from just behind the balls of their feet to up to their toes, or it's from the beginning of their heel or a little bit before their heel towards the back. What this does is it allows you to move a little more swiftly, a lot more swiftly and quickly and more cleanly. Whereas if you're just flat, your leg is super heavy. So if you're flat-footed and you're trying to do quick footwork, what happens is you're having to lift all of your leg just to make that movement happen. If you're on the ball of your foot, you're already lighter and you already have those springs, so to speak, from your ankles and your calves and your knees. You already have those springs loaded, so it's a lot easier to get around and feel lighter than if you're flat and you're trying to do this. And the same goes with if you're more so on your heel, it's still way easier to move quicker on your heel and more intentionally than it is if you're flat-footed. And obviously this depends on, you know, what it's for, but in general, footwork, you don't want to always, you want to spend less time flat-footed than you do closer to the balls of your feet. Yeah, so watch this footwork and where their feet are.
Everybody knows my name. It ain't about the fame.
Walk, walk, boom, ba, 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 boom. Yes, I got. All right, watch the feet. You see the weight? Doom. Balls of the feet. Yeah, doom. Ah. You see it? even on here, look at their backs, right? So the goal whenever you're doing these types of movements, I can't do it because I'm in my car, but whenever you're leaning like this and you're adding this texture and control, one thing you don't want to do is you don't want your back to look like this. You don't want to be the Hunchback of Notre Dame, right? You want your back straight or even a little curved in. If your back is arched, that's always better for the movement than if your back is bent like this. So you either want it flat, but if you want to add more finesse and more softness to it, you want to have a little bit of a extra arch in there, and it adds more femininity, it adds more flow and more softness to it. If you're bent like this, it just like it looks like your back hurt and it don't look cute. If your back is bone straight, that also works, but it's not nearly as soft as if you have the arch in your back. So I just wanted to point that out because it's beautiful execution. Hey. Arm work.
I'm gonna give it to you. Gotta grab before it goes. Even if it falls to ruins, I'll never give in to the pain. It ain't about the fame. I wanna be remembered for the way the world gon' change. Yes, I got fire in my blood when I move. No, you won't catch me holding out for a miracle. I'm right here and I got nothing to lose. Baby, I'm always looking up at the pinnacle. Never hold back, no. Give a little extra, always doing better. Keeping the heat on. Zero pressure, zero diamonds. Zero pressure,
Nice.
zero pressure, zero diamonds. Zero pressure, zero diamonds. Zero pressure, zero diamonds.
This last move here,
Pressure, zero.
they do a rock, and that's part of hip hop foundations and dance foundations in general. But you're about to see here where they do a body rock. Here we go. Yep. Let's go, Sheena. Whoa, get out. Do you see the texture on that step? Step and step. And it wasn't like a step and step. Step and drag. Come on. Yes. Walk, walk, go. Boom, boom, ta, toom, ti, ti, ka, ka. Check out the isolation. I told you I was gonna break this down as much as I can. Check out the isolation. Toom, toom. So they went head, shoulders, head, shoulders, head, shoulders. It's hard to do me in the car. I'm gonna zoom in. Small details, but this is a beautiful detail. Watch it. See it? Sheena getting into it. Yeah. Yeah. Great domino effect. Yep. All right. Let's check these. Let's check this picture. Let's check this picture. What do we got? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this looks good. This looks very symmetrical. We love symmetry. We love symmetry. Very nicely done. Like we knew that it was fire. I knew that I really enjoyed the dance practice. I mean, the performance video. But just diving even deeper into, and there's so much in there that if I had pointed every little thing out, this video would be like 5 hours long. But it all boils down to their execution being absolutely incredible. And this is, in my personal opinion, everybody has their opinion. There's some people that think that this newer group out of, I think, California called Cat's Eye is better than BINI. Everybody has a right to their own opinions, right? But I will strongly disagree with that. I have yet to see a female group execute choreography the way and at the same level that BINI does. And this is not a bias. This is my complete honest transparency. Their maturity, their timing, their patience. Obviously, their choreographer is top notch. But even somebody who has great choreography, if the performers are not able to execute that choreography the way it was created, it's still not going to do justice to it. But BINI is phenomenal with the execution. Like, you can tell they lock in and they practice it and they train it, and it becomes second nature to them almost. It's so good. I'm really blown away, and I'm looking forward to whatever BINI puts out next, because they really never slack. I've not seen BINI slack. You know, there might be like techniques in the past that I've pointed out, like, you know, I don't know. I don't even remember. Those were like earlier videos. But everybody can always improve. The thing with dance and performance art is there's no such thing as perfect, right? Perfection does not exist in the artistic realm. It doesn't exist. It will never exist, because art is subjective. Art is constantly evolving, and art is a means of expression and storytelling and communication. Perfection doesn't exist in the way that we look at, you know, a square or a circle being perfect. Perfection only exists in terms of someone being honest, humble, open, and transparent about their story, about how they're communicating. Then and only then does it become perfect, because you are the perfect person to tell your story in the way that you choose to tell it, and that's what makes it perfect. Otherwise, there's no lines, no box that says this is perfect, right? That being said, BINI is always progressing. Things that they slacked on before, or that they needed improvement on before, I should say, they've been working on, and I see that progress, and they are killing it. That's why I say I have not seen a female group, a girl group yet in recent days, in recent times, that is better at dance or dance execution than BINI. And if you think that there is somebody out there, please put them in the comments down below so I can check them out. So far, I've only seen Cat's Eye, and I don't believe that Cat's Eye is more choreographically matured or wise and experienced as BINI is. Don't get me wrong, Cat's Eye they're good dancers, but when it comes to choreography and execution, I don't see them on the same level that I see BINI yet. Things can change. Everybody's growing. That being said, if you know any artists or groups, any girl groups, any female groups that you think are better or on the same level, or that you want me to review and compare and contrast, let me know down in the comments, because that sounds like a super fun video, and I really want to compare. And yeah, I want to do a whole video where I just compare a few different female pop groups and just check their choreography, their execution, all that. Anyways, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscription. Go ahead, hit those notifications so you don't miss videos in the future. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace, love, dance. Let's go.